What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 145. We start today's episode off in the Europa League semi-final first leg against Bayer Leverkusen here at home at White Hart Lane. So this game is going to be one of the biggest of the season, of course, taking on the Germans here in the semi-final first leg. And being at home is, not really what I was kind of hoping in the first leg, because if you get off to a bad start and you can see a couple of early away goals, things can look quite bleak for you. So I was a little bit worried coming into this game. And I'll be honest, I was a bit nervous as well, because I do know that we do need to win this competition if we are to stay in our job next year. But of course, after beating PSG on away goals in the previous leg in that fantastic 4-4 tie over 2 legs, I was feeling like anything could happen, and there's no reason why we couldn't beat Bayer Leverkusen and book our place in the final. We took on the German side here at White Hart Lane, and the first chance will come in the 5th minute here as Danny Welbeck wins this header, or tries to win the header, but ends up intercepting De Costa and rolls it back towards Nelson Oliveira. He finds Connor Wickham, who has to run a Tom Carroll. Carroll gets on the ball and rolls out wide to Danny Welbeck down the left hand side here. Welbeck gets onto his right foot, plays it inside to Jonjo Anderson. Nice little scoop turn, gets a bit lucky. The shot is well saved, but it falls to the Portuguese striker, and Nelson Oliveira puts the ball into the back of the net to give us the lead here in the 7th minute. And that was a nice passing goal there, some nice football there, and working our way up the pitch. And to be in front in this game just before the 8-minute mark, it really did mean a lot to us, to be honest, because quite frankly, one thing we did not want to get off to was a bad start in this game. We got to a terrible start in the game against PSG, and of course we only just managed to get through to the semi-finals after a late rally in the second leg, and I did not want to be doing the same thing in this game here against Bayer Leverkusen. So we got off to a good start, which is great, but literally straight from kick-off, Bender gives the ball to Can here, and the number 10 finds Castro out wide. He ends up getting onto his left foot and plays a cross-field ball towards Lacadia. He runs clear one-on-one and unfortunately puts the ball into the back of the net. Kirikez was caught out there. And unfortunately for us, the Leverkusen number 38 made it Spurs 1, Bayer Leverkusen 1 here. So the German side back on level terms straight from kickoff. And, we just went from complete joy to despair there. We really did, because we were so happy to take an early lead. And then can see straight from kickoff was not a good feeling. So 1-1 here. In the 34th minute, you see Connor Wickham get onto the ball for us here. Rolls the ball forward to Andros Townsend. Townsend gets onto his left foot, takes it past the number 2 and strikes it. But it just goes wide of the post. So still Spurs 1, Bayer Leverkusen 1 as things stand in the 41st minute. Another good chance here as Leverkusen give the ball away. Towns wins it and rolls it through to Connor Wickham. Wickham takes on top rack, beats him with the ball roll, chips it through, and Nelson Oliveira, I tried to cushion the ball into the bottom corner on the volley. Didn't want to put too much power on it and see it land off target. Instead it did land off target and harmlessly wide. So still Spurs 1, Leverkusen 1. In the second half, the first chance coming in the 50th minute from a corner. It's crossed in, and unfortunately it comes to Ryan Arts at the far post, and the Leverkusen number 3 puts the ball into the back of the net, and the German side do take the lead just before the 50th minute mark. So unfortunately for us, this is exactly what we did not want. We did not want to concede a couple of away goals, and unfortunately that's what we have done. So yeah, very, very disappointing. The goal was so scrappy to concede. Towns didn't stick with a runner there. The marking was poor. Lloris, the ball goes straight through his legs, and I was very disappointed that goal conceded there. And it is Spurs 1, Leverkusen 2. So the German side have the driving seat. Straight from kickoff though, we tried to respond ourselves. Barkley finds Jonjo Anderson. Anderson strikes it with his left foot, but it just goes wide of the post. And unfortunately, the score is still Tottenham Hotspur 1, Bayer Leverkusen 2. So we were desperate to get ourselves back into this game, because we did not want a first leg defeat at home with conceding 2 away goals, because that would of course mean we'd have to score 2 goals away in Germany, and I wouldn't really fancy my chances of that. In the 57th minute though, Alex Pritchard gets on the ball for us down the left hand side. He swings in a cross, and it's a really bad miss by Nelson Oliveira. He's free, 8 yards out, and he somehow puts the ball wide there. So it's still 2-1, and in the 81st minute, another good chance would fall here. Townsend intercepts his man, goes down the left hand side. He's got the pace to outpace Castro, keeps on going, swings in across towards Koulibaly, but the header is comfortably saved by Leno, and it is still Spurs 1, Leverkusen 2. And we are running out of time in the game here, and as things stood, it was going to be a fantastic night for the German side. But Barkley wins the header. It comes to Koulibaly. He finds Nelson Oliveira. He runs down the left hand side. He plays a lovely little 1-2 with Jonjo Anderson, and the Portuguese striker gets his 2nd goal of the game. Lovely ball through by Anderson as well, and it's Spurs 2, Bayer Leverkusen 2. So we really did need to make sure we would not lose this game. We had to make sure that we would be able to match whatever score and however many goals Leverkusen scored, and thankfully we did level the game up here to make it 2-2. So very nice 1-2 between those two. They linked up very nicely in this game, and the game did finish 2-2. So it wasn't the result we wanted. The German side will have the upper hand coming into the game away in Germany, of course, because they will have those 2 away goals. So we will have to score guaranteed, and if they score 1 goal, we've got to score twice. So it's going to be very, very difficult for us to overturn this. It's not a deficit obviously, but to overturn this this draw as things stand on aggregate. But of course, us going away out on away goals, it's going to be very difficult to overturn that. We'll be doing our best, but it could be quite a difficult task for us, and maybe 1 bridge too many. But in the following game, we took on Watford here in the Barclays Premier League, and of course there was no reason why I was going to play too many first team players, because of course in the league so far we are doing the job at the moment. We're getting ourselves into the top 4. That is the aim, and as things stand, we're on course to do it, and we should be able to finish in the top 4 come the end of the season. Touchwood. We've only got a few games to go now, but we are sitting 6 points clear of Aston Villa with 7 games to go, so we should be okay really, but there's always that chance. But I still did rest the entire side, because the game against Leverkusen in the week is going to be far more important. So rested the entire side, and taking on Watford of course on the newly promoted side, it should be our game to win anyway. The first chance would come in the 3rd minute though, and it was Watford running clear. The ball got played through over the top towards Fabrini, who ran clear one-on-one, but thankfully for us, Carl Darlow making his Premier League debut for us here with Spurs makes a fantastic stop there. He smothers his body. Fabrini actually gets an injury and has to leave the pitch, and it's a brilliant save by Darlow. So Lloris got a rest here, and Darlow was proving himself a good change in the first few minutes there. Very good stop there. In the 7th minute though, Watford give the ball away straight from a goal kick. God knows what they were doing. Sturridge goes clear, but unfortunately a chip shot goes just over the bar. So still 0-0 8 minutes in, but good chances for both sides here. Another chance would fall in the 47th minute, because that was it for the first half. In the 47th minute you see Daniel Sturridge lose the ball here, but Watford give the ball away. It comes to Connor Wickham. He gets past the defender. He bears down on goal, but the goalkeeper makes a good save, and it's cleared away just before the ball will trickle over the line. So still Spurs 0, Watford 0. And in the 50th minute, another good chance for us. Danny Rose gets onto the ball down the left-hand side here. He gives it off to Bentaleb, our midfielder here. Nabil Bentaleb goes down the left-hand side, swings in across, and Daniel Sturridge wins the header, puts it past the goalkeeper, and makes it Spurs 1, Watford 0. So it took us a long time to take the lead in this game, but thankfully we did, and it was Daniel Sturridge who got our joint highest rated player. Very good header from a Bentaleb cross, and in the 68th minute, another goal for us here. The cross from the corner is put into the box, and Connor Wickham gets to it, makes it Spurs 2, Watford 0. So it took quite a while for us to sort of break through and look quite threatening, but once we did score the first goal, it did look a lot more comfortable for us. So 2-0 here, and in the 83rd minute, we had a great chance to seal the game. Christian Ceballos finds Connor Wickham. He rolls the ball forward to Nathaniel Chalobah here. Chalobah plays it back to Connor Wickham. The number 31 goes down the right hand side. He keeps on going, nice little step over, keeps on going, crosses the ball in, but Danny Welbeck's shot is well saved by the goalkeeper, and it is cleared away. But the game does finish Spurs 2, Watford 0, so it is another 3 points for us. It is another win, and as you'll see by the league table in just a moment, we are almost there. We have almost qualified for the top 4, and yeah, getting into the Champions League of course was the priority this year, and as things stand, we are doing just about enough to make sure we will hold off the challenge of Aston Villa. So a good win against Watford. I was very happy with that. And the 3 points was nice, as was resting a lot of players, so they would be fully fit for the game on Thursday against Bayer Leverkusen. After that, Carl Darlow said thanks for getting into the team, and also we got a look at our youth star here, Boris Ogzikpa. Some very decent stats as well, as you guys can see. As I said before, he's not really going to get into the side. I can't really see how we're going to use him, because our CM area is our strongest, and we're also trying to develop John Joe Anderson, so I'm not really sure how he's going to get into the side, but next year we'll promote him and we'll send him out on loan, and hopefully he will go to a club and develop a little bit. But here's a look at the squad report. A reminder that the squad reports are shown at the start of every single calendar month. Here's a look at the squad report, and with only a couple of months to go now, it's going to be one of the last squad reports, and we can look at the players that we're going to be taking a look at, seeing how they're going to fit into our squad next year, and also the players that we may be shifting on. So yeah, it's okay. I say this every single time. It's okay. There's still quite a few players I would like to change. Still a few players in there that I don't think should be you know, staying with the club for another season, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But this is how the squad report looks. You can see how the players are developing. Pretty much every single player is improving in stats, which is lovely. And also here is a look at the league table. In the league table, as you can see here, we are sitting clear of Aston Villa in 4th place, as they're in 5th by 9 points. So we're doing okay as things stand. With 6 games to go, we should be alright, and we should be finishing in the top 4 come the end of the season, touch wood. But as always guys, big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, so much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon, and here's a preview of that episode. And I was a little bit worried coming into this game. I was very worried, to be honest, and I would feel like we would be leaving the Europa League early, but the first chance of this very important game would come in the 4th minute. Nelson Oliveira goes down the left hand side and finds Eric Lamela, swings it in across, is headed away only as far as Barkley, who takes it on the half volley. It's a good block though, and the ball goes out for a corner. So 5 minutes in, a very good chance for us to take the early lead in this game, which is what we really did need. Carrasco crosses the ball in.